Yo, what's good? Hit that thumbs up button. So, get straight to it. Broke down a couple videos last time about Max Kellerman getting the boot from ESPN. Obviously, people who were naysayers, they definitely believe it now because they thought I didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, bro, this is pretty much obvious. This has been a year in the making, and since then he's been removed. They started this right before the NFL season, so it's week 3 of the NFL season, and it's week 3 of First Take post Max Kellerman. He's on ESPN radio now. Basically, he's still on TV. He does the morning time slot hour or whatever with Keyshawn and Jay Williams. And Stephen A. has gone on Hot 97, and he's basically showed everybody that he didn't want Max around. And he felt like he's seen numbers and proof that people disliked Kellerman. It's a difference between, because Kellerman's not the most liked guy on that network, but I don't think anyone disliked Max Kellerman personally. It's the sports takes, because he had that ridiculous take a few years ago. Kawhi Leonard was more clutch than Kobe. The stuff about Brady, the stuff about LeBron, some of his takes are outrageous and it turns people off. But I don't, on a personal level, did he ever make you want to punch him in the face? You know, does anyone really hate Max Kellerman? But Stephen A. is a different type of dislike that comes with him. There's a lot of people who just personally don't like him. You know, I might be one of them, I guess, because there's a lot of qualities of his personality that I don't like either. You know, we could talk about him always going against, never standing up for anything and always sticking with the machine, going behind your coworker's back to try to get him off the show and sabotage him, going in behind his back and trying to recruit Skip. These are the type of things that he did. Now, he says he looked at numbers that said Max was no longer wanted by the fans, but in this case, sometimes what's best for you isn't what's best for business. This is what's best for Stephen A. and his ego, you know, his narcissism. He wants to be the star of the show. He wants to be, because in his opinion, because when he came to Cold Pizza First Take originally and the ratings went up, he thinks it's him. He's the reason why the show is hot. He thinks he's the reason why ESPN is still in business because he's got all these shows. But in reality, it's not the case. So in week 3, you know, and like I say, week 3, business is down. And like I say, this is what's good for him. It's not good for business. The ratings are not only down, but they're lower than everybody else. NFL Live is doing more people are watching NFL Live right now than First Take. And NFL Live comes on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 p.m. Midwest time. That's not necessarily a ideal time slot. You know, Around the Horn is getting more ratings. PTI is getting more ratings. Get Up with Mike Greeny is getting more ratings. That's what's surprising to me. They've been trying to get that show up in the ratings since 2-3 years ago. And they're beating. So more people are watching the morning show. The morning show with Mike Greeny and Ryan Clark and them and Rex Ryan. More people are watching that than First Take. See, First Take has this revolving door now where Mondays you got Michael Irvin, Fridays Tim Tebow, and then the rest of the week it's a bunch of revolving cast of characters. You might have Kendrick Perkins on there, Ryan Clark, Keyshawn Johnson, Molly's still running her mouth, and it's like clearly you need a consistent rival or somebody that Stephen A. can debate every day. You know, that's what they need. Michael Irvin would be perfect, but Michael Irvin has other obligations. He works for NFL Network also, so he can't do that 5 days a week. You know, Dion is out of the media right now. He does Barstool stuff, but he's a coach. I don't really know who they have. And like I said, ESPN might have booked themselves into Armageddon, because I don't know that they might have booked themselves into something they can't get out of. Because what other guy do they have that they can put on there next to Stephen A. every day that people are gonna say, okay, now that's good. I don't really see any other analysts that they can do that with. You know, Jalen Rose is occupied. There's a lot of everyone has something else that they're doing. So they've booked themselves, and now Stephen A., you want to be the star, you wanted to be, you know, the end all be all. Well, now you got to stretch your stuff, and you gotta deliver. You got to deliver the goods. Make people watch you. And it's like he thought everyone was watching that show for all these years because of him. You were a part of the reason. You weren't the main and end all be all. Because clearly people don't care anymore as much as they used to. And some people have been turned off. I'm sure a lot of Max Kellerman fans stopped watching. I think that has a lot to do with it. A lot of Max's fans, especially once they got the verification that Stephen A should have never did that interview on Hot 97. He completely just confirmed everything about him as far as the being a scumbag allegedly and all of these things he's been accused of. That some people just would defend him. That you can't defend that, and I think that turned a lot of people off, and a lot of people turned the show off. Now it's not like this show was lighting the world on fire anyway. If anything, they go viral more often on YouTube and on social media with clips. Like that clip with Terrell Owens is clowning Stephen A in favor of Max. That's a clip. More people watch that clip than they did that entire episode. Their episodes usually get about 300, 400,000, daily. That's not huge ratings, especially when you're paying a guy $12 million a year, 8 million, whatever it is. You paying somebody that much to bring in 300,000 views a day? You know what I mean? Like, it don't add up. But like I say, they might have booked themselves into something they can't get out of, because there's not like it's just there's other guys just out there that you can just plug in. It's obviously the people that are coming in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's not working. And like I said, you can't get Tim Tebow. I know that's not gonna work. So yeah, Stephen A's got to put on his cape now, and he's got to bring these ratings up, because if you're gonna be kicking people off and talking that tough like that, that talk like that, you got to deliver, man. You got to bring home the bacon. So especially when you are the top paid person in charge. You the top head dog at the camp. Everybody is looking up to you. You supposed to be that guy. You got to deliver the goods. Let me know what y'all think about First Takes ratings, and if you still watch it, and what you think about the show since Max is gone.